key our football ni mu pa e players and fitness and in pain be bridge or stadium over this supporters neka a player MSD on your fit car player MSD is see an hour bre player MSD untimi nkombika kwampo wo park na so ni nyano balls down to player and as a player chrono a fitness Kumasi Asante Koroko time a prosper na te ogum take over na minim said there was one person now assigned to serve as a fitness trainer for the club Coach David Okulu along the line omo ye adwuma na na David Okulu free Kumasi Asante Kotoko team ni mu o free team ni mu no ya ante sa Asante Koroko appoint obi o ye physical instructor Asante Koroko appoint obi a o ye fitness coach a ono ne baba be hwe players no so omo fitness level saying na be ye na nkampeso de omo bo season na mane ma konkan no condition players ne well for the season ya ante sa ansem ni bi prosper na to ogum ye adwuma obo there are times I will winning matches, yes, no credit without the physical trainer. But at the point, Osho Kumasi Asante Kotoko team no, or born am nanti and bona. It was clear. So Kumasi Asante Kotoko lucky at debut with team nimu. Nancy ya. One defeated by ya, it raised a lot of eyebrows. The last 2 matches Asante Kotoko abo, the game they played against Accra Lions. Ubisa supporters no mushe game ni bi. Supporters are no more stadium. Omo munya Kotoko team ne share omo 90 solid minutes against Accra Stadium na to obi say omo a asem omo kan say Accra Lions nkwada na say players dey Asante Kotoko players ne run kakra bi pe no omo abre ni nyina balls down to fitness because player no say wanya well conditioned player no say wanya fitter o tactical plan na be ma player ni po on timi execute football na 90 solid minutes adwuma and I'm 90 ne ye e wo park na so 90 minutes, they say player ain't fit enough. When you're well conditioned, now say you're 40 minutes and after 45 minutes, no bit me about the amawa. They can play at the beginning of Musa and Fanfaswoma. There are players that when they are not well conditioned, almost you're fit enough. Minutes no you're fit no boni yamau. They can almost have a foul some no they attract your necessary cards because player ain't well conditioned, player not bre. It's the idea of the man who park in the sumpono on to me yet, nan can the results about. And the prosper na atogum ko na a new man steps in na so no feel say at this moment or players ne condition enye the best or players na ho den a enye papa enti ono ne de or be person obenya fitness coach no na baba be bo na say physical instructor no baba be bo ma niema asesa e wo Kumasi Asante Kotoko boku ni mu a I feel it is a step in the right direction ono ne feel say players ne ya fitter and a plan na be mo park ne sumpo no players dey betimi execute. Say player and your fitter. There is no way you are going to get the best from the player. The game against Nations FC, it was clear. At the about Nations FC BT Asante Kotoko was the pressing. How are Nations FC players they pressing Kumasi Asante Kotoko? So many are born now. Now Asante Kotoko players didn't even pressing Nations FC players this when they lost the ball because omunya well conditioned because players didn't fit enough. It's a baby asiano, not plan out the woman to me execute. And I believe, sir, so by and Wababa who's Adiana going to training and after training with the boys for the first time and now. That's what Timmy will say players in your work condition, players in your fit enough to execute on a plan on Eba Kumasi Asante Kotoko. I believe, sir, a step in the right direction. A idea in here of football, and as a sort of Fabi, and Kumasi Asante Kotoko. Kwame. Again, you talked about the philosophy of the club.
Yeah.
You can't team philosophy. A broad. I am paying baby, no. We can't philosophy and limit you to tactics most of the time. Said the because we park and so on. But it entails a lot. Team ni plan, team ni blueprint, team ni person we are dying within the next few years. How do they even want to build the team going forward? All these things are a part of the team's philosophy. Most of the Ghana Premier League clubs, you're planning ahead of only a season. Season no kwampo you're planning every weekend. Most of your club administrators don't want to take over your clubs. And even the coaches, all they do is that a baba do weekender near a fresh chairman. Chairman weekend where you could be transportation 1,000. Accommodation 1,000, feeding 1,000, okay, any 3,000. Near send this kind of man no akwa match no. It's a do weekend na me akwa Ghana Premier League games are. That is when we think about the clubs. But football na yenye sa. and tell you a lot. It is a why I drink so by football now by year. You need to get a philosophy for the club. And I say team Kitano. Now team going forward. And there's all beside Barcelona. So we be a free park so the tone chain poa. The team philosophy at the end. Obi Odi Barcelona to be a new. Some better 1 or 2 big players. Ababa be real team. No more promoting some of these young players from Omola Masia, no more quality. No, Ababa be shame no more see a kind of Mabasa. No more the needed results. Ubisa Real Madrid, the Obi Odi Champion in Madrid, the Obaka KOTOKO here. And why Nebia Quadaba Kupebi, no Yakoya Baba be grum. No Baba be Bonan near Master Sana Madrid, I did your mobeje. But as we speak, Kumasi Asante Kotoko for the past 3-4 years, what has been the philosophy of the club? In terms of player purchases, and you're not saying, you've been a management, you've been a coach, or only few so better with them Quadaya Juma. It's a no better talk. Or for players from the lower division. No, they can clear me from the premier division above the fra. No, they are body a mass and Kotoko. A thought that results in the Koye, thought that in Koye. And one more, you've been a coach on who few also top big players from the Premier League. No, do Moba. No, then Kwanaka clear me Baba fra. No, about any Mabekoye, thought that Yaman Koye. And the club Nankasa doesn't have a philosophy, say in a yeko. This season, the over to me are Kase Kumasias and Kotoko. And to a lot of the players, I don't move the Premier Division. I no crack.
Big uncommon yemede. Na mesaba me kudin komo kakra mesaba ho.
Mate.
Oka philosophy, unse philosophy na abroad.
Sure.
Na asemba kubi aba be si bitrim. Ma me kan busa o me koba na ma wa ba bi ya no. Say na coach Malik Jabel say on the draw philosophy dia Kumasi Asante Kotoko. About the tactical aspect, game plan na. It means we a player or Kotoko now on fit is game plan of course. Kotoko besa to full frasa abo. To them buy baby this and common. Mamen kona yanko has to focus so any nkodi nkomo kakra ene nyamia ya domensa ka opanyin pa ba ko ha sei. Nana Nantechi ono ana ye supporters chairman. Accra House of Folk diaspora. House of Folk supporters now mo amanone. Amanone ndi ehia so betra Ghana nti omo Togo. Omo Benin, omo Nigeria, omo US, omo UK bia no mo chairman atenase. Nana bibia boko de.
Nyamiado.
Nyoma sheye. Bibia akoye.
Bibia ko fine.
Hey, House of Folk ko yesa na bibia akoye no.
Oh, say yo.
Yo. Nice. Before se mebusa okra no. House of Folk supporters are mo mo ye active partner.
Before I answer my main fact, so I know say we feed in a question until we so me chair so yes, that's a very good question. I think say House of Folk fans in the diaspora are very active, but since not active for the wrong reasons because team no performance about from Kakra. So everybody's deliberating. Yeah, trying to figure out what is the root cause of why we have this. Into our discussions right now, instead of it being proactive discussions to say, "Be a team, they are performing." So this is what we are doing to help. No, it's more of reactive where we're not reactive where we are discussing, actually trying to understand where the gaps are, and hopefully we can bring whatever conclusions that we come up with to partner with the management and the board on how to quickly put our house in order to come back to where we normally are.
Yeah, last season, season as no, yet it's in be say House of Folk supporters are more amanone. Players the bimpukra or what. Manka samo to to monsa se mo keka monsa se kakra e support management no krebi wo msa se a good time akot House of Folk air transfers are ma mo amono no mutimi bo management in terms of is kasem.
Okay, so not directly, right? So management is there for that purpose. They do the negotiations, and like when it comes to the monetary part, they finish with that aspects. But where we come in and say, if we do find out there's any potential players out there, and maybe we have like teams that are also wanting to sign that same player, we come in and try to talk to them and give them the benefits of why playing for House of Folk would be the best decision at this point. And just like it's done everywhere in the world, say you might be pioneer there. Sometimes they bring you in and show you all the classy things, spoil you a little bit, some good lunch here and there, just so that you understand if you join the family, this is just a snapshot of what you can see. And that's where we come in and we do things like that to just let the boys know, say, if they come play for us, it'll be a good decision for them.
So me check the current state of Accra House of Folk. Currently, a league log. Now House of Folk target here say at least a bit magic league now no be FA Cup. League, you know, House of Folk at the seas on the league log. Points, you know, and your points 80 with the Ghana Premier League. FA Cup no House of Folk are free. More supporters are more now most of some target in here say now more target because previous seasons now House of Folk battle relegation. When you're okay with House of Folk performance this season, any baby on that.
No, I wouldn't say we are okay with it, but also we are being realistic, right? Granted, the season before, it took us the last game of the season to escape relegation.
Against Bichim.
Against Bichim. And even with that, it was tight. I think it was like a 3-2 score. So coming into this season, we knew we had to make some changes. Did we get everybody that we want? Probably not. But a lot of young kids coming from maybe lower tier clubs and everything like that. We knew that it would take some time for them to gel. But us being who we are, we're expectant. So we expect, say, they are supposed to gel quickly and be able to take it and run with it. But that's not how it's going right now. So were we expecting them to win the league? I can't talk for all of us, but my opinion, I wasn't expecting us to. We just needed to build upon where we were last season, place respectfully, and if it takes us to winning the title, that would have been a plus. But me, I didn't think it's too early, right? Because we had a lot of new players.
Okay. Now, Coach Watara Abubakar, so far, the modern bono, because rating on a scale of 0 to 10, will be rating the same.
I think he's mid. I give him like half. He's in the middle.
5 out of 10.
5 out of 10.
Wow.
Yeah.
5. Now it's average.
I wouldn't. I mean, he's right. He's right in the middle, right? So like he's doing, like he can do more, right?
Okay.
But it's not there yet. So I'll say he's in the middle.
Recently, has to focus on match or more kobo match or doma. Anansi our Accra Sports Stadium. Supporters in the same penny for Empamu Coach Watara. KOTOKO Nansi and Yomankui, Coach Prosperity Ugu, Yomankui, Olusu match against Nations, Nanyomankui, Ukolusu against Accra Lions. The points in Pokran the position here, Bamping for Janaquine. House of Folk supporters or Moyes Empamu Coach Watara no. One our chairman or House of Folk supporters, diaspora. For Aswana.
Okay, so we're a discussion we've had on our platforms and we talk about it. My take on it, and it's this is something that we've done many a times and it hasn't worked for the club, right? We are quick to come to a conclusion. That's my opinion on, and again, rightly so. They're expectant. They expect us to be performing. So if we are not performing, the first thing that comes to mind is get rid of the coach. But that has not worked for us, right? We use Samuel Boadu as a case and example. I mean, every now and then you have a stint of where somebody comes in and everything just happens to work for them, right? Nothing against Samuel Boadu. I think he brought in his best of knowledge and he got us where we got. But since Chelsea no, I don't know, is he going to win the league over there? Why can't he replicate the same thing over there, right? So, but we were quick to get him out. So I think that consistency is key. The season is still 6 games to go. At this point, letting the coach go will not make or break anything, right?
The supporters say, oh yeah, project BR. I was a process and also progress in the process. Has the no moon who.
Yeah, so that's why I asked. Did we give him everybody that he asked for?
There have been a target in the
Yeah, so he's working with what he has. He's working with what he has, right? And even in that, we're like, we are not placed in a bad, like, yes, for high standards, we don't want where we are. But it's not like we are like 14, 15 or 16 or anything like that. I think the whole league, all the teams have been inconsistent. And you can see this in the top because more better for top in the crowd. So be winning game. You think they'll maintain their consistency, then they drop some points and they are just doing some yo-yo on the top. So anything can happen with the last 6 games, and Haas might end up placing respectfully. We just need to support the boys through the last 6 games and the coach.
Nana Medase na before so be konim pokran there na wo de makra Haas for supporters so muti omo Ghana omo amano ni baby a there na wo ka de atro.
Yeah, they may kind of say it's patience. Meaning, say they're making a lot of them would not agree with what I'm saying because everybody has their opinion. But I think, say, in this moment in time, we really need to be supportive of the club and root for them through the last 6 games, and hopefully we can place in a respectable position. So it's patience and prayers, and I think so everything will fall in line.
Phobia.
Masters.
Phobia.
Masters.
Phobia.
Continental Masters.
Bibia be here na na ntechi. Ano this answer dey ato hasu focus. Simunya abotre coach Watara we nya ne targets nya dey no kre. Players are coach Watara yes so pe no. Omo nyina Emmanuel Q Tenedu hwan yo obia even Lord Amu Ampokra ba faka e ba akra. Omo nyina we nya omo ntimunya abotre coach Watara. Pobimai ebe yi has mbe dey nti de munya abotre from coach Watara. Bibi answer kwana mekono nantechi na ohu no na ye has for time and that's why the last time I checked it was in a 50 say to go final to go for coaches a bro 14 back open are successful.
Come mene chairman nantechi e ya adwen in a way because ade ba kwa de bia meka say e the results about football mu pa e consistency in the management, consistency in the technical team, consistency in the playing body. It is also success abibria. E be we ase na de wo hwehwe wo team mu no unya because ene yedi KOTOKO nkomo ya. There's a new manager so be build a new philosophy for Asante KOTOKO. Then definitely come will be say a question. So we build a new philosophy. Every player be on fitting to that philosophy be free Kumasi Asante KOTOKO. E be we ase no no apamo 20 no asa to 15. Until every season you are building a new team. So Watara kwa a lot of the players are Watara toy and the new coach that comes in ebema those players and so swako because ono so no e bia na sa players we on team in fa nya adwuma. Enti obaba be turn dey foforo. Enti de bia wo build a new team. Enti de bia de na opesa o gine won team nya because you are always building a new team whilst others are keeping their teams in shape. Omunya the core of the team and the body on better money the on better mujibia. Enti de be key ebeboa. So being a coach, I'll be consistent with the team. But Kwame, why you careful so you might be keeping the wrong man. That is another problem.
Commander, I am renting. I mean, come home, Brana. Remember, I will say, being Comumpa. Answer Crana Kudia on 7 young comedy for Heba Hospital. Dr. Time that's what I say. I are a son of Hope and your Quaquajin. Yabia, Yabiano. Dr. Time that's what say, Yebra, a Honu in Niska.